Hey, what's up? It's Paul from Guitar World, and today we're going to be looking at an extraordinary artist signature guitar from D'Angelico, the Deluxe Bobby Weir 3. All right, let's check it out. Well, for most of you, Bob Weir doesn't need much of an introduction. He's well known as one of the founding members of the Grateful Dead, a legendary band where he has pretty much staked his claim as a wonderful rhythm guitarist, as well as a notable singer for the band. He's also currently with Dead & Co. And this particular guitar, the Deluxe Bobby Weir 3, is the third signature guitar from D'Angelico with him. Now, this one is really just, as I said before, extraordinary. As you can see, they put the deluxe in the deluxe for this type of guitar. A lot to talk about, but more importantly, I want you to hear this guitar because Bob Weir really loves all the type of switching and getting tons of sounds that kind of go between sort of a cold steel type of sound to an airy warmth, as he puts it. So this guitar does that in spades. So let's just go over all the appointments and features of this guitar. Starting with, this is, of course, a semi-hollow design. It is a laminate maple design, so a laminate maple top, back and sides. You can see just the premium binding on this guitar. It comes in this satin matte finish all across the guitar from top to bottom, except for up here where there's gloss up by the headstock. Premium multiply binding. As I mentioned before, semi-hollow design. The neck, of course, is a three-piece design as well, with maple, walnut, and maple. So tons of stability on this neck. You'll notice, of course, we have a really beautiful dark ebony fingerboard with split block inlays, and they really went all out on this guitar. Amazing fretwork. They used Jescar fretwire on this guitar, jumbo, so it just feels fantastic to play. Of course, you'll notice all the art, kind of the Art Deco appointments with the ebony control knobs, 2 volumes, 2 tones, and then a master volume located up here. And as I mentioned before, these are ebony knobs, which just feel gorgeous under the fingers. You'll also notice that D'Angelico's sort of spin on the Bigsby type of tremolo. This is a D'Angelico Shield tremolo or vibrato. You also see there's a tunematic bridge over here to keep intonation spot on. You also see here at the top of D'Angelico's ornate headstock with all this wonderful inlays over here, and of course the deluxe inlay up here, the truss rod cover. We also have Grover 509 Super Rotomatic locking tuners with, of course, that step design here on the keys. So really adding a bit of elegance to this. Another cool thing is it comes with locking strap pins, so you can keep your guitar locked in with your strap. But really the heart of this guitar are the brand new pickups here that were custom made for D'Angelico. These are Dutron humbuckers. So basically these are Dutron, like D-A''Tron humbuckers, which give you that humbucker sound, but also a little bit of spin because there's a bunch of wiring options where you get inner and outer coil split. So, and that's all located here at the volumes and at the tones. So you get all these, pretty much a whole bunch of split coil options for both pickups. And so with that, you get a really great wealth of sounds. And of course, you'll get some really great rhythm and lead sounds just by manipulating the master volume knob, which is smartly located up here. I should also mention that these Dutrons are also based on a 50s style humbucker as well. Also of note on the ebony fingerboard is it's a 16-inch radius. So this particular fingerboard is super flat. So chording and bending is real easy and you're not going to fret out because it's super flat. Also, you'll notice the Scalini pickguard, a tusk nut here as well up on top. Also on the neck too, it has a really nice slim C profile. So this is definitely on the slimmer side, so you really can get around on this guitar. So really nice for that. And of course, I said before, this has a matte finish, and this particular finish is super trans wine. There's also an alternate finish called matte stone. All right, so let's take a listen. Right now, I have it on a good, clean sound. I'm in the middle position using both of the Detron humbuckers here. And, you know, right off the bat, it just feels great. Just a nice, warm tone over here. And here is the bridge pickup. Middle. Neck. Really just not a bad tone on this guitar off the bat. And of course, having this master volume located up here, you can really bring it down and mess with your pickup volumes, like your cleans, right to like a solo. And now here's where the fun kind of happens, where you get to split the coils. So it's very nuanced and slight, especially when you're pulling up the volume split coils. So let's start down with just the bridge here. Just very slight. You notice more of the difference when you activate the tone controls. Let's do the neck. And then let's use a little bit of both. Now let's hear the Deluxe Bobby Weir 3 with a little bit of overdrive. Sounds real nice. Great, great bluesier tones here. Here we go. mess around with a little bit of chord here, you know. So let's hear how it sits with sort of that progression in a track. It's really, really sweet. Sounds great. Let's try it. Deluxe Bobby Weir 3 guitar is not only a joy to play, but it is a case study in elegance, playability, and tone. You can't go wrong. You don't even have to play the Grateful Dead to enjoy this guitar. Definitely check it out.